Good morning. Arthur Offaly speaking on behalf of the Arthur Offaly Foundation. Today I see the Police Ombudsman Michael McGuire had no trouble in stating that there was collusion between loyalists and the RUC PSNI in Loughlin Island. But of course he didn't have to name the scum who murdered those innocent people. They were police informers. That in itself lets those at the top of the RUC PSNI who knew what happened and passed the blame on to rogue RUC men way down the chain of command, who had loyalist informers working for them. But of course they were paid for their dirty work, and that money came right from the very top of the RUC PSNI out of the public purse. Now, the same cannot be said about my father, Arthur Joseph Rafferty, who was murdered in 1974. I know who murdered my father. My big mistake was by telling the police ombudsman his name. If I hadn't told his name, the police ombudsman report would have been my father was murdered by Sinn Féin area informers who worked for the RUC. End of story. But because the Sinn Féin area informer was Ferry Scappaticci, he was the jewel in the crown, the prize catch of the RUC PSNI Special Branch, the British Army, a unit called the FRU, Forces Research Unit, and also the British government. Scappaticci was answerable to them all, so it went right to the very top. He got a free hand to carry out their wishes at their command, and was told that he was untouchable and would never face trial for his crimes. And that was why the police ombudsman was ordered right from the top to state that my father's murder had no RUC PSNI Special Branch collusion. That coming from a so-called independent office is sickening. I knew right away that the British government would not allow Scappaticci's name to be associated with my father's murder. So the police ombudsman done the next best thing by accusing the corrupt, discredited RUC PSNI of allowing vital evidence gathered at the scene of my father's murder to go missing from a fortified RUC police station at York Road in Belfast. Also, my father's clothes. No forensic tests were ever carried out on any of the vital evidence that the RUC held. And the armoured rifle that was used to murder my father is now back in the hands of the Sinn Féin area. After a superintendent of the RUC PSNI told me that it was destroyed in 1977, a total lie. These so-called forces of the British state have colluded with each other to employ Scappaticci to do the dirty work, and the public purse is paying the bill. The RUC PSNI have threatened me time and time again not to put these stories of Scappaticci on the media or papers, all to no avail. This person murdered my father, so why should he receive special treatment from me? I am now trying to take a case against the RUC PSNI and the British state and Scappaticci, and also members of Sinn Féin area leadership who all colluded in the murder of my father, Arthur Joseph Rafferty, in 1974. But the RUC PSNI and the corrupt court system here in Northern Ireland have all gone out of their way to block me. They have refused me legal aid to fight my case. But of course, the British state does not want their prize catch Scappaticci to stand trial. If I can't get him to court, the RUC would be disbanded immediately for employing a terrorist who has killed at least 75 innocent people on their command. The British state would have a lot to answer to the British public for employing a terrorist to murder on their behalf, and to promise him immunity from arrest. And once again, he is getting well paid out of the public purse. Now, to finish, that is why the police ombudsman's office was unable to name Scappaticci as the murderer of my father due to pressure from the RUC PSNI, Special Branch and the British state to protect their Sinn Féin area informer Scappaticci, who has to be protected at all costs. Now, I have called for meetings with at least 5 chief constables over the years, and not one would meet me. I have known from 2005 who murdered my father, and those scum from the RUCPS, and I have known from 1974 and hid the truth and are still lying to protect the Sinn Féin area informer. I know that those lying scum from the RUCPS and I, Special Branch and the British State will never be allowed to tell me the truth that I have known from 2005, given to me by a top member of Sinn Féin area. I know all about the kangaroo court that sentenced my father to death, where it happened and when it happened, and also who attended the meeting. So let me tell the corrupt scum from the RUCPSNA that I do not need you to admit anything about my father's death. Anyone who will like a tape of this story or any one of my stories can call me on my mobile 07715921137. Leave your name and address and I will send you a tip free. Thank you. Anyone who has a story to tell and wishes me to air it can call me on my mobile 07715921137, or I can send a reporter out to get your story, and remember, I will tell your story as you tell me. Nothing will be cut out. Now, watch more of my stories on YouTube, arthurrafferty.com, YouTube Arthur Rafferty, Arthur Rafferty Docker, YouTube Jack Spot 2012. That is a tape about the brutal murder of my father by a 5-man gang of Sinn Féin IRA led by Freddie Scappaticci, all police informers. On the orders of the British government, the RUCPSNI and the Special Branch, that Sinn Féin IRA scum Scappaticci carried out their orders on their command. My email is arthurrafferty1@gmail.com. Thank you for watching ASNI TV and listening to the Arthur Rafferty Foundation, and good morning, and I will see you soon.